Hey, streamer, I'm here.
All right, here we go. So today's agenda is we need to build a science rover of sorts so we can deploy it onto Duna. That's today's mission. Smelly, nuh-uh. You can't prove it. We'll start with this. Oh, what to add from here? Probably the service bay onto the end. And then inside the service bay, we can put the Science Junior and attach to that. Oh dear God, that thing's huge. Two thermometers, barometers, Axon. Okay, I can live with that. Except we can just probably flip this to be on the other side. That can go like right there. Place mode, close. Okay, doesn't clip. All of our science is in there. Except for this guy. Okay. Alright, let's turn snapping back on. Now we need to make power. Nope. Actually, let's get another service bay on the other side. Everything balanced as we can so far. And then electrical, or first. Which one of these is better? Cannot transmit science, cannot transmit science. But this thing can transmit science on its own, so we don't have to worry about that. Okay, that sounds like it's better. So we'll put that in there. And then power, we'll get a bunch of these batteries all stacked up. Okay, how silly are we? How silly should I get with this?
The F-15E is based
Based on buggy code, maybe. That's fucking huge. Okay, so that's extra solar figured out. And let's get permanent solar attached to this thing. Let's get snapping back on. Afternoon! Alright, now we need to... do the fun part of this. A fuel leak? Oh no, you don't want that. Did you at least make it? Small rubber line and it was small and free to fix, and yes, you made it. Oh, that's good. I'd lose my mind. Oh, and so you can see parked at work. Well, that's great. That's not the way the ladder goes. Actually, no, we can leave it mirrored for now. What's the cat cooking? I'm making a science driving vehicle. Is the idea, at least. To stick on Duna. is the plan. That looks like we're gonna have to get creative with the wheels. Just because of the way that they appear to snap. We will not have the ground clearance with that. So we're gonna have to probably build a superstructure underneath. Why not put structural tubes on the lower sides and mount the wheels to those? Huh? Are you saying, like, place like a fucking circle perpendicular to it? I'm confused. I mean, that's what I'm doing. Ow. Let's see how she drives. Okay, that's what I thought might happen. Should we extend the wheelbase some more? It does indeed, Roly. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. He's burning that. How is this burning down the kitchen? I'm moving the center of pressure higher up on the vessel by doing it like this. And now we can take the steel beam out from underneath the bottom. Oh yeah. I like it. I like it. We just yoink. Save a bunch of weight with that. We have a ladder to get up. And then now what we have to do is just make a second stage here. That's drogue chutes first. Right, and then save. And can we potentially save this as a sub-assembly? Ah, I am one step ahead of you. Let me show you. So let me pull out the orb, because my game plan is for the Roly-Poly to go where this mobile processing unit is, and we're gonna launch this bitch to fucking Duna as she sets. So hidden inside the battery bay is a remote guidance unit. Right there. Oh, I hope these wheels can handle the heat. Okay, then get me a stack separator. It's too big. Next one down. Go. The humble fairing. That's true. Oh, maybe I should sneak a... Maybe we should put communications on this of some kind? Like the little fold-out relays? Oops. There we go. Nah, I think the tires will be fine. If I'm being honest. But the stack separator's there. Maybe we should strengthen it with... like a couple... of these things. Calm down. I haven't even explained the mission yet. So, I'm gonna send a pilot and a scientist inside the capsule here. And on our descent into Duna, I'm going to jettison the Roly-Poly, and have it open all these fucking parachutes to try and have it land on its own, and the remote guidance unit is in there to give us control, okay? Then the command module here will have the Kerbals in it, and since they're deploying at the same time, I'm going to try and land this lander right next to the science lab, and then this lander is what's going to take these guys off of Duna after their mission's complete, driving this thing around getting science.
Hagar 2424 says sweet.
Though what I also kind of want to do is do a... What's the smallest fuel tank that is this size? And then if I shoved a... Actually, what if we put a wolfhound on it? How much DV... Holy shit, that's a lot. Hold on, the calculation might be a little fucked up right now. Let's stick this back on here. Oh, 10 stream streak, let's go! Okay, so mains, fire. Not that decoupler, no. But so mains, fire. Then that separates, yep. And then that lights off as these all separate. And then that decouples. Another stage. Then that decouples from there and turns this engine on. Okay, so 554 meters a second. Is that enough to deorbit? If we get in a low parking orbit, it might be. And then this I want to pop off when we dump the main boosters. Yeah, there we go. Aero brake. Yeah, I could do that too. Okay, so then you have that decouples and we have a little engine to help us. If need be, we can light the lander's engines too to slow down. So I guess that is a backup. Okay, now we need to... So that separates. When that separates, I want 2 of the drogue chutes to deploy, but then these will no longer be under the command. of that. Put all these parachutes here. Okay, then those lander parachutes are for coming back to Kerbin, and those work just fine. Move this engine to there. And now we need some more parachutes for this thing's landing on Duna. That should be the most stable way of doing it. Okay, so the mains. The drogue chute's here though. No, let's do it like this. Because when we separate this, I want these drogues to deploy so it starts slowing the lander down, and then I can quickly switch to this guy and make sure it gets sufficient separation and then deploy its parachutes separate. Alright, real quick. Any crew in here? Yep, of course they loaded us up with crew. Nah. But I gotta see real quick as how this thing stages out. Oh. Okay, so let's decouple that. That went well. Yes, hold on. What I should do is set it up so that I can decouple everything that I want to see how it separates controls-wise at the same time. So I wanted to decouple this and from the lander. So let's decouple from the lander first. Okay, that's fine. So then engine, 2 drogues, and then the rest. Perfect. Alright, I think what we do is revert to vehicle assembly. Save this, and then we're going to preemptively launch a gas tank. Oh, where is it at? Reason being is if I get this thing into a decently high orbit, if we somehow get short on gas, or if well, okay, how about this? If we get this into a high orbit, when the Duna transfer window shows up, we'll also send this just to be safe. So give me a... What's some of our stuff cruising at? That's empty. What's these satellites looking like? One of these days, that fucker's gonna... Maybe he'll dip into the atmosphere and die? That guy will eventually, one day. Here, 100, 500 and some change. Alright, let's take this up to 120 then. Yeah, because if this is already in flight when the transfer window comes up, what I'll be able to do... Oh, no. I just realized that I'm still set up to launch the stations into polar orbits. I don't need to fly over the North Pole, it's so inefficient. 0. Yeah, last night off stream, I launched, just like how I did the one around the moon, I sent a science station around Minmus and did a quick landing and grabbed the science and took off again. The refined lander is so much better than the one we used for the moon. It's so much better.